after 5 minutes because he don't want to be with anybody but me. Bro, being a single mom is literally the hardest shit ever. Like, you cannot do anything. I literally got like one side of my weights racked at the gym because I tried to work out, and they're calling me over the intercom to come get him literally after 5 minutes because he don't want to be with anybody but me because I'm the only person with him. But you literally just can't do anything. I'm literally so exhausted from work like 90% of the time, so I don't ever get to do like a good like real workout. And I got up trying to do a workout this evening and he don't even want to go to the kids club. This is like the third time I've tried to take him. He does not like to be with strangers, so it just makes it hard because I can't do anything. The only time I have help is when I'm working, but I can't ever do anything for myself. And the other parent just gets to do whatever they want. Literally whatever. You can go hang out with your friends, you can work out, you can complain about how tired you are, but like, look at my life. Like, look what I have to do every single day. I hate even complaining about this because my mom helps me a lot, and I have a nanny for my son twice a week, but that's while I'm working. I'm working 24/7. As an entrepreneur, my brain is in work mode 24/7, and I only have physical help while I'm.
Ma'am, just say you're spoiled. Just say you're spoiled and you don't want to have to actually be responsible for your decisions. She's spoiled. You could tell. I'm thinking it's a single mother. I don't think she's a single mother. She's talking about the other parent. Ma'am, we see all these single mothers. It sounds like she got one kid that you chose to do and that you don't even have to be fully responsible for. You got a nanny half the time and then you got your parents half the other time. You just want to be able to do whatever you want to be able to do, like you're single again. You kind of regret your decision, the ultimate decision that you made and the permanent decision that you made. Just say you regret it. And you are probably, because what a lot of ladies fall victim to, and really what a lot of everyone falls victim to, is comparison. So I wouldn't be surprised she's seeing her friends who didn't have kids or whatever, living corporate lives, doing whatever they want, and she's starting to really think about it. She probably watching the Kardashians, wishing that she could live an illustrious life, a Sex in the City life, while also having kids and just having somebody take care of her kids full time. Because what it seems like is she really wants to be a boss babe. She wants to be an entrepreneur and then live the lifestyle associated with that. Funny enough, she might not even care about the entrepreneur as far as what it actually is. Being an entrepreneur is probably just a lifestyle. And ultimately, what I think when she had a kid did is it changed her lifestyle and she sees other people living other lifestyles. And I think that's what really the biggest thing is. I think her lifestyle isn't what she wanted and what she saw and what she expected. But see, I don't think she has the perspective enough to know that the grass isn't always greener. Here's what I mean. She brought up her husband and talking about, oh, he still gets to do whatever he wants and all this. Yeah, he's paying all the bills. I watched a video where it's basically guys who are staying home with their kids and being stay-at-home fathers, and they're talking about how easy this is now. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to react to that, where guys are seeing what it's like to be stay-at-home fathers and their women go to work, and they're like, oh, I don't know what y'all were complaining about. This is great. They're loving it. They're like, we went to the park. I made sure dinner was clean. I made sure the house was clean. I had it all done before noon. And then I was just chilling, playing my game. And then you see, this is why I say grass is greener, because she's the type of person that was, because I've seen it happen even in my own friend groups where lady complained, oh, I have to do all this with the kids and I have to clean up and all this. And then, okay, well, you don't want to do that. All right, well, I'll take care of all that. And then you can go back to work. Then it's, oh, I want to come back home, do it while I got to be at work. She's the type of person that she's resentful of her man now because he goes to work, which he's taking care of all the responsibilities and making sure y'all are stable. But if the roles were reversed and then she saw him, he's really just having perspective in his situation, because she's just mad because she's stressed because she doesn't like doing it. She really probably doesn't want to do anything. And he seems blissful and happy, but that's just because he has perspective. So she sees him, oh, he gets to go to work and do whatever he wants to do. That's what I want to do. But I bet you if you said, okay, well, I'll be a stay-at-home dad, and then you can go to work and make sure that all the bills and everything is taken care of. Then when she would come home and she would see that he was happy and he didn't have a worry in the world and he was making it look easy. And he's like, babe, I tried this new recipe today. I tried flaming yawn and I made a vinaigrette and all type of stuff. She'd be like, this is not fair. It would be the same thing. It's a you problem, man. It your external circumstances have nothing to do. Your logistics, whatever, it's a you problem. Is what it typically and what it ultimately usually comes out to. Y'all, before we get back into it, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second and it actually helps out more than you know. And also if you could hype.
About this because as an entrepreneur, I like my brain is in work mode 24/7. And I only have physical help while I'm working. And so it just makes it difficult whenever I need to do things for myself.
But let me give her credit though. She is working though. She is working. So we can't, unless she's talking about her entrepreneurial stuff.
Like my nails are down to the nubs. My toes are a whole different story because it's like when do I have the time? Where's the time to go and do that? Like I don't have anybody to keep him for me to go sit and get my nails done for an hour. I join a gym with childcare and he doesn't want to go to the childcare because he doesn't like strangers. I can't do work from home because if I look down for 2 seconds on my kitchen island, and then you got to deal with the other party complaining that you're not being nice to them. And cleaning.
Lord.
Just cleaning all day, every day. That's literally my life. I needed to let that cry out. It's been a little minute since I've cried. I feel like I've just been so numb to all emotion that I just haven't cried. So that did make me feel a little bit better, but it's been rough recently, and he does not want anybody but me. Which I love. My mama heart loves it. But my Caitlin heart, myself, wishes that he could be okay with the childcare so that I could get a workout in. My son is 17 months old, and this has by far been the hardest stage of all of it. Hi, babe. The sweetest, but
Well, you're getting adjusted to it. You're getting adjusted to it. That's an adjustment for sure, especially if it's your first one. And that she may just be adjusting hard because it's so different than what she was expected. Again, she seems a little spoiled. Usually probably not having to do much. Having people waiting on her hands and feet. Probably a daddy's girl. And so to now have to humble yourself and have to serve this child who you have no choice but to take care of the child. The child has needs and it's going to require sacrifice and compromise. And she really doesn't look like somebody that's used to having a compromise. She looks like somebody that's used to being treated like a princess, whether that's how she was brought up, as well as probably even what she expects when she's dating or whatever. And so this has probably completely shocked her entire paradigm for what she's used to.
definitely the hardest. And I'm acquiring a lot of mental strength throughout this, but sometimes you just have a little breakdown. Yeah, it's a lot.
We can have breakdowns, but I don't know when it became a thing to come online and make online your therapist. I and this is why. This is why. Because some of these comments is crazy. Why are you coming online needing to vent online and cry online ultimately? Somebody said, I wish I could have cried and complained when I was a single dad. I would get told you thought it was going to be easy. End quote. Somebody put playing the world's smallest violin. Cause she only got one kid. And she's got tons of help. She said she had a nanny for 2 days of the week. She said her family helps more than they really should. She's got a man, not a worry in the world. Ma'am, we review people over here with women with more than 3 kids trying to navigate staying out of a shelter. So it sounds a little crazy, especially in this environment, in this economy where families are having so many struggles. It sounds like there is no struggle. The worst thing she said in that is as soon as I started racking my weights, and then they called me. It's like, lady, get a grip. Get a somebody put where's the song? And there is some support as well. It's a lot of single dads in here who are saying, I wish I could cry as a single dad, but hey, I make it work. Ultimate And then somebody came to her defense and said, stop comparing y'all's situation with hers. It's all hard. But other kids by nature are not easy to parent, sometimes up to the teen stage. So stop making her feel useless. Somebody said, I raised my son and daughter alone. And basically, I put them first. It's a mother thing. Once you have kids, it's them first. Yeah, I think, yeah, we could end it with that comment. I think that's the thing. She's used to being first in everything, her relationships, with her family. And now she has to put this child first before your workout. You're going to have to, she's used to people working around her expectations. Now you're going to have to try to work around the child's needs. And it doesn't stop there. You're never going to be the princess anymore. The dynamic, even in her family, probably changed. She was probably always the person, hey, princess is here. Now the kid is the focus of everybody. And you're expected to ultimately be grown and be an adult. And so I think she's having a hard time adjusting to that for so many reasons and in so many ways. Let's see if we can find one more good one in here.
I wasn't going to talk about why I left my kid's dad after 8 years and 5 kids, but since he kind of posted about it, I'm going to talk about it. I know everyone who knows of us probably thought we were super happy. Honestly, I was living hell. His sister told me I was like Gypsy Rose, in a dazed, confused state of mind, just slow, just unaware of my surroundings and what I was going through. And I mean, it's true, because when you love someone and you're really trying, you make so many excuses for everything that's happening around you, even though you know it's not okay. I was basically repeating the same exact cycle I watched my mom go through. It didn't look exactly the same, but as I sat back and reflected, I'm like, damn. Just because I've never done drugs, I was with an addict, so I still suffered all of the consequences. Just because he didn't put his hands on me, he was breaking literally everything around us. Honestly, me going to prison was the biggest blessing in disguise, because I got to sit back and reflect on things for what they were.
You going to prison? So who's the addict here? Wait a second. You telling all his stuff. See, that's probably why he came online and told his side. Because it sounds like she's replying. He told his side because, ma'am, you're not all sunflowers and daisies either. You went to prison. That would mean an objective officer who actually is typically going to be more biased towards the women is just a subconscious thing. They may not even be aware of it, but there's going to be a natural affinity and a natural bias to already start a little bit more on the woman's side. And even with that added context, they still ended up putting you in prison. So, what did you do? Can we just get the complete story? Objective? I want to hear what you did to go to prison. We talking about he's an addict and all this type of stuff. So you're telling me this dude is an addict. So he was taking state altering things that basically make him lose control of his motor functions, but yet you ended up losing control and going to jail. You got to explain that.
Honestly, me going to prison was the biggest blessing in disguise, because I got to sit back.
She said prison. Excuse me. She said prison. People normally just naturally say jail, especially women. For her to say prison, that means she really went to prison. She got convicted on trial, allegedly.
I can reflect on things for what they were. And I told myself if things did not change when I came home, that I was leaving. I didn't know how I was leaving, but I was. He has been mentally abusive. He has been destructive. And yes, I am breaking a generational curse because I still went through all of those things.
He's been, hold on. What did you go to prison for? Typically, when you go to prison and you're saying he was the addict, that I wouldn't expect you to call him an addict if that didn't mean that you're not somebody who doesn't use. So I'm assuming that you don't use in any of those ways. So we know that you didn't go there for drug charges. Now you're calling him mentally abusive. She made sure to say mentally abusive. The only thing that I can think that you went to prison for is actually physical abuse. So were you physically abusive? And then you're throwing the stone and saying that he's mentally abusive? And which one is, come on, y'all. Which one is worse objectively? Physical abuse is worse than mental abuse. But some people think that they can physically abuse people because they're trying to use their gender as an excuse, but that's still no excuse to put your hands on somebody. That's still no excuse to put your hands on somebody. And he's so mentally abusive, but he didn't go to jail. So what that kind of lets me know is he didn't put his hands on you back. So possibly and allegedly, you might have put your hands on him and then he still had restraint, even though he's an addict and he alters his state to where he loses control of his motor functions. But he still was able to restrain himself to not get his lick back. Typically, women are the first ones to come online and do story times and start trying to ruin somebody's reputation. So for a man to come online and do that, because she said he did it first, that could possibly give an indication of how egregious she is. Because that's not typically what a guy's going to do, unless it's just someone is just so insane that they have to just make it known.
That's great. If he wants to change and be better and do better, I freaking love that. Great. Go you. But I promise you, I will never have another door ripped off my wall. I will never have another hole punched in my wall. I will never be called out of my name again, especially when I try to be the perfect woman for him. They don't start changing until you start leaving. I wasn't going to talk about why I left.
And then she said, the beginning, I forgot why I chose to be a single mama of 5. People just, boy, they living their lives wild and reckless, man.
Sometimes you got to pick up everything and just leave. Let's talk about it because y'all be scared. But hey,
her caption says 28-year-old single mom by choice, packed up and starting over.
Up everything and just leave. Let's talk about it because y'all be scared. But hey, y'all, I'm Talexi. I'm 28 years old. I'm a single mom by choice. And to know what that means, you got to stay tuned. How many times you done told everybody you gonna move? How many times you sat here and said, I'm going out of town. I can't wait to move. I can't wait to leave. How many times it's gonna take for you to be tired of where you at? Tired of the same people living the same day. You see generation after generation of your family being in the same town, same city, and still mad because they don't want to be. You're miserable. You want something different, but you're afraid to do it. And baby, I just read myself down because that was definitely me. Scared to go, scared of change, don't know what's out there, only used to my hometown, scared of natural disasters, scared a tornado gonna hit me, a hurricane gonna hit me, something gonna happen when I leave my hometown. But baby, God told Abram, leave your country, leave your relatives, leave your father's house, and go to the land, and I will show you. So by faith, I left, baby. I left. It was time. I don't know where this journey is taking me, and if I fail, I tried. But I know I'm going to give it my all. I have dreams of being a full-time content creator.
Oh, no. I shouldn't have stopped it. It's just getting worse and worse. See, once it starts snowballing, it starts snowballing. Let's go back to that and then see where she's leading in to becoming a full-time content creator.
I left, baby. I left. It was time. I don't know where this journey is taking me, and if I fail, I tried. But I know I'm going to give it my all. I have dreams of being a full-time content creator and building a better life for my family. I know I can do it. I got all the faith in the world. And please, do not let this house fool you. Your girl have not made it. I need y'all to please watch this video. And all I can say is by the grace of God, I got this house. I don't know how it happened. I thought I was going to get denied, but I'm telling y'all, by the grace of God. Baby, when that lady said, I got approved, couldn't do nothing but thank God because I don't know how it happened, for real. If you are ready to go, go. I hope this touches somebody. Like, if you nervous, you scared, baby, put it in God's hand. That's all I had to do. I promise you, I prayed it and I just entered it over to him. And it happened, y'all. With that being said, I appreciate anybody that made it through this whole video. Can y'all please push all my buttons and please make sure y'all sharing.
Some people be house poor. Some people be house poor. She don't got not a lick of furniture in that house. Why do y'all always just have to level up to a house immediately? And you talking about you don't know how you gonna do it. And the best thing you can come up with is content creation. And then we need to go back to this part because this is a problem. This is very problematic right here.
Support this mama that's trying to break generational curses. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, and I know where this journey is taking me. And if I fail, I tried. But I know I'm going.
I don't know where this journey is taking me. And if I failed, I tried. You don't get to go on journeys where you don't know where it's taking you. And if you fail, you tried when you have kids and you're a single mother. You don't get to take your kids on your journeys or what they should be called suicide missions. That's what this is. This is a suicide mission. Because you're talking about the best thing you're going to come up with is being a content creator and you're just begging people to watch the video. Let me see, man. Let's see. Maybe she has something here. Maybe she has something here with her content. Okay, she might. She might. I ain't going to lie. I'm not a hater. She got 5.6 million likes and she got almost 350,000 followers. Well, let me put some respect on her name. But her recent stuff ain't doing that good. Most of her recent stuff don't even have 1,000 views. But irregardless, she got a lot of followers and all that good stuff. But, ma'am, you picked the wrong platform. You picked the wrong platform. And regardless, we don't have time. We can't be taking leaps of faith with kids. We need to be intentional. We need to have a plan. And our focus needs to always be stability. Kids thrive and need stability, not struggle. So if you were in a stable situation, you don't jump and leap to something else unless it still presents stability. So that means it's safe. It's not too risky, and then it has a little bit of room for elevation. But to just say, if I fail, I fail. No, you're carrying along these kids with you. You don't get to have that luxury and you don't get to take up that philosophy. And it needs to be addressed. Where's the father? Did you move away from the father? Too? Do we even care if kids have relationships with their father? Is that important? Because she's talking about breaking generational curses, and the way she breaks the generational curse is just moving to another state that she ain't never lived in. It sounds like you trying to take it exactly what you said it was, an adventure, which ultimately shows that you're just trying to have fun and you're trying to live your life, live it up to the fullest. If you wanted to do that, then you shouldn't have started having kids. That used to be known that you have a decision to make. Either you're going to choose stability and even a little bit of monotony by choosing to have kids, listen, if you're Elon Musk, all right, do your thing. Have fun. But if you just regular schmegular and you're not in a very abundant position, which you're talking about, you don't even know how you get that house. Most people qualify for houses even though they don't qualify for the house. Practically. They'll allow it to go through, even if you can afford it. And that's why so many people are house poor. And now I wouldn't be surprised if she's about to start taking payment plans on all her furniture. And this is how the cycle of struggle begins, continues, and you're talking about breaking generational curses, but if you don't plant your feet somewhere and actually start building something and then you can try to maneuver, then how are you changing the generation? And that's just in most cases. Not saying that's her case. Again, I think she has a clear opportunity with her content, possibly, but it doesn't look like she really produces much content. It looks like she just tries on dresses and it looks like it's starting to wane down. I wouldn't be surprised if this type of struggle stuff is what got her a lot of the views because people like that transparency for whatever reason. But then she's trying to pivot and do something else. And she's finding that that doesn't have as much viral potential as when you're just telling all your business and people are feeling sorry for you because you're a struggling single mom. So not sure, but I wish her the best nonetheless.
I didn't realize so many women were struggling financially in silence. The comments on my last video broke my heart because so many women said that they feel like they cannot ask anyone for help. So many women.
Well, hold on, because the caption says, I didn't realize so many women were struggling financially in silence. Well, no, y'all be trying to struggle financially in silence. A lot of y'all are trying to live a lifestyle. Y'all are buying Mercedes and doing all this type of stuff, and you're trying to give the perception, even though in the background, behind the curtains, your financial situation is cooked and it's horrible and it's not sustainable. So I knew a lot of women were struggling financially in silence, but that's because y'all don't want to be transparent and y'all don't want to just say I'm broke. But a lot of y'all are broke because y'all are making poor financial decisions. And even a lot of times, some of y'all are making poor life decisions and self-inflicted wound decisions, and you're sabotaging your life. So you didn't realize it, yeah, because a lot of y'all are comparing to other women, and then y'all are then trying to match their lifestyle, but you don't see what's behind the curtain, and you don't understand that they're actually broke. Same thing when y'all will see a man. Y'all be looking at their shoes, you be looking, oh, he got an old beat down Toyota. Meanwhile, this dude got investments after investments. He might have a real estate portfolio. He got an investment portfolio. He might have $1 million in the bank, and he just doesn't care about cars. And actually, he's just trying to be fiscally responsible because those habits and that stewardship was what ultimately led them to become wealthy. That's probably why it is in so many cases.
I didn't realize so many women were struggling financially in silence. The comments on my last video broke my heart because so many women said that they feel like they cannot ask anyone for help. So many women said they're carrying everybody and everything alone. They're paying their bills, trying to keep it together, and nobody knows that they're struggling. And I felt that. Sis, if that's you, you are not alone. But we have to stop normalizing survival mode. Follow me for real conversations about healing, financial freedom, and rebuilding your.
Well, I wish she'd have went into more context. I like how she ended that. We do need to stop normalizing survival mode. We absolutely do. I don't know what type of financial stuff. These women, the woman carrying, I'm going to watch one more. I just want to see what type, because she didn't give no advice there. I want to see what type of advice she gives.
Women carrying the most financial stress usually make this one mistake. They think that they have to fix everything all at once. Their credit, their bills, their
no, we're gonna have
debt,
to end it
their
there.
savings, their.
I'm having technical difficulties. So we're going to end it there, y'all. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I'm a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype was designed for smaller channels, so that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days, and hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice if you want to hype to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And then also if you want to become a member, join buttons on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you would get badges next to your comments. So people would be able to see that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you would get early access to content and exclusive content that's not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, join buttons on the video if you want to become a member. But until then, I'll see you all in the next video.